there, welcome back to the Middle Earth channel. Today it's me and Tyler reviewing the 5th episode of Daredevil Born Again, Season 2. And we're going to let you know what we thought, and what we liked and what we didn't like, and where we think it's going for the next 3 episodes after this. Where do you want to start, Tyler? There were some good character moments. What was your favourite?
Yeah, I think I'm just happy that Wesley's back. Well, I say back, he's still dead.
For the brief glimpse.
Rip my king, but no. Me and Ruby really enjoyed Wesley, and he was the one deaf in the original run that was like, no! So even though he didn't really do a lot, I was just happy to have Wesley back. I did like him as a character.
I like that they looped in Buck as being around in the past as well. I thought that was quite random. But I don't know where that's going to pay off for any reason.
As the internet are describing him, the British Wesley. Wesley 2.0.
It is funny that they knew each other as well. That's quite funny. But
yeah, I like that.
That was random. But yeah, I liked that this episode was a bit slower paced, but there was still tension in it. You know what I mean? It was good seeing all the different characters interact. Like you had obviously Bullseye and Daredevil kind of throughout the whole episode verbally in conflict with each other, and you had the emotional bits with Vanessa and Fisk and stuff talking in hospital, and you had Buck and Daniel fearing for his life, and Buck kind of just playing with him essentially.
Yeah.
Trying to freak him out.
He definitely knew that Daniel thought he was going to get whacked.
That was funny.
So it was good, yeah.
And I liked how the flashbacks were necessary. You know what I mean? They weren't just for exposition. They were kind of showing the moral where Matt got his morals from. You know what I mean? It was kind of Foggy was kind of his Jiminy Cricket wanty on his shoulder, kind of being be good, Matt, be good, let's save people, and you kind of are reminded that that's what Foggy was for Matt, kind of thing. You know what I mean? It was good. I liked it.
I mean, I like the symmetry of the episode and the fact that Matt's not forgiven Bullseye for Foggy's death, but you sort of see, because of what Foggy did, why Matt might be doing what he's doing to Bullseye, why he's got empathy.
Yeah, because he's for kind Bullseye. Of carrying on Foggy's kind of moral coherency, I suppose, through himself, kind of thing, and taking.
I think he realizes that even though he wouldn't have the choice, Foggy would have saved Bullseye as well. Even if say it happened the other way around and he'd killed Matt. I mean, obviously Foggy isn't a superhero. He still would have just been Foggy the lawyer, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I did really. I'm trying to think which was my favourite, really. I think my favourite was probably Daredevil and Bullseye, kind of. I love that you can just tell that he still, hated him, but he was just, forcing himself to kind of drag this guy around. It's quite fun. So this is what Foggy would have done and stuff, and the conversations were really interesting. I liked you see more of Bullseye's kind of deluded ideas about redemption and stuff. But I don't know, it's weird really, because in this episode he was more kind of he wasn't really bothered about himself, was he? He was kind of oh yeah, I've done what I need to do, I can just die now, kind of thing, which is a bit random. I thought he'd want to redeem himself and live, but it doesn't really seem like that's what he had planned. So,
I wouldn't say suicidal as such, but no,
I think really. It's just kind of I've done what I needed to do. Yeah,
he always had that mission.
Yeah,
and that mission's done. He's broke Fisk.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh yeah, there's nothing more for me here.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to know what Karen's reaction is going to be to saving Bullseye, essentially, because she didn't look to.
She did not look happy.
What are you doing? I don't know. It's hilarious. But maybe she'll surprise us. Maybe she'll be like, "Phew, you saved him. He can help us now." But I don't know. Maybe, probably.
But then again, as we were discussing last time, she seems to sway more towards Bullseye on her morals. So it may be.
Yeah, maybe. What, you think she'll just
maybe those two will just bully him into doing something. Go on.
What, Matt and Karen?
Bullseye. No, Bullseye. Karen.
Oh, okay. I was going to say that's a bit harsh. Kill him!
No.
Kill him!
Yeah, just sit there going, yeah, you got it. Do it.
Throw something from really far away.
Billy clubs. Just Billy club him to death.
I also liked how BB basically used herself to manipulate Daniel again as well. It's hilarious. She just does it more and more and more. Every episode. She's like, I'm not telling you anything. I'm not telling you anything. Okay, yeah, okay, I'll leave then. I'll just give you some more hope that we could potentially get together by giving you a hug, and then
Yeah,
you tell
I'm
me
just.
everything.
She is kind of winding me up now because, as I've said, I've grown to like Daniel, and she's just putting him in the firing line, especially having one of her own like family members getting killed by Fisk and his cronies. But she's like, it'd be right.
Apparently, she's fine sacrificing other people as long as it's not her own family members. But it's a bit harsh. It did make me laugh as well. It was like 5 minutes later, like it was on the screen, like, oh yeah, well she's in critical condition. It's like, BB, mate, come on! I literally just told you.
I was gonna say she literally must have been halfway through drafting that as she was talking to Daniel straight outside. Send
Right
every
on a
newspaper
phone,
in the area.
That was mental. But,
It was.
I'm starting to feel sorry for the guy now. Just put him out of his misery. Something.
Poor Daniel.
That was hilarious. Cat, what are you doing? Come on. Jeez. Just Middle Earth, sponsored by Pain in the Arse Cats.
Cats.
Right. What do you think? I know this is an ongoing mystery, but what do you think Buck's like game is?
Yeah, this is it.
Because you keep saying to Daniel, "Oh, I like you, Daniel. I like you, Daniel." Like, is he just yanking his chain and is just gonna end up killing him, or does he want to kind of help him? Do you think Buck's kind of a bit secretly against Fisk as well, or what do you think is going to happen by the end of the season? Do you think with them?
I think that's why, as much as it was a bit funny to see, like I say, as I said earlier, the internet saying British Wesley and old Wesley, I think that's why we needed him in that flashback, because I think he is basically a contract killer, but that's it for his character, and the fact that he only cares where the money is. So he's only with Fisk until the money runs out, and then he'll just stab him in the back.
Yeah.
I think he's only loyal to Fisk up to a point. At the minute, Fisk is all-powerful, but I think if someone was to dethrone Fisk, which looks like the way it's going, I think he'd then just like step away.
Do the Homer Simpson into the hedge.
Yeah, it will be like that. I don't think he's there for loyalty. Like he says to Daniel, and I think he's almost telling himself the phrase about all he asks, like, he gives us a good life. All he demands is loyalty. Cold, hard loyalty. But I think he's almost telling himself that, as well as Daniel. I think he knows that, like, he's in the safest place being loyal to Fisk, but I think if Fisk was taken down a few pegs, I think he'd realise that no, he isn't, and then I think he'd just walk away. I don't think he's loyal. I think he's just there for the money.
Okay, so if, say, for example, like Fisk isn't mayor anymore, what do you think Buck would do?
I think he'll just go to the next best person, whoever
so
that
do you
would
think
be.
When he says to Daniel that he does like him, do you think he's kind of...
I think maybe he used to be a Daniel.
So kind of, does he see himself in him? You know, like he's kind of like a survivor. Yeah. Do you think that's kind of like they're both survivors and Daniel?
Yeah, I think it's a mix of a survivor and almost feels not father-like to him, but he sees himself in Daniel and he's trying to guide Daniel and basically tell him before he gets whacked. So he's almost using scare tactics so Daniel learns now that loyalty is the only thing that matters. So that you end up like me, rich enough, and you've killed your way up to then have the ball in your own park. If someone say like Fisk is dethroned, that you're still gonna have some standing and people are still gonna want you instead of just being chucked in the rubbish heap with Fisk.
It's interesting. I don't know. I think this was a good episode for moving the character.
Yeah, I think my favourite part of the episode is the ending, because how I was seeing it, I thought it seemed to just escalate. Like, in the fact she asked for pineapple juice, so I thought, oh, she's a different Vanessa now. And the fact that, like, she got really annoyed when he started snapping. Then when she asked him to tell her about the time they met, I thought, has she just lost all memory of Fisk? And she just remembers, say, like, what's the word? She has short-term memory, but not long-term memory. So she remembers being married to Fisk, but I was thinking, has she forgot everything about those two? And I was like, that's good. So then we'll go with the amnesia, like, coming from the brain damage. Then when she asks him again, I'm thinking, oh yeah, amnesia. And then obviously she starts flatlining, and I'm then thinking, oh no, it's just a brain bleed. So I feel like the writers keep you guessing up to the last minute, and then you're like, oh no, she is an amnesiac. She's got a brain bleed, and this is still serious. She's not out of the woods. And I think the writers are there chuckling. But for a second week running, we've got the question on everybody's mind: will Vanessa Fisk live? Will Vanessa Fisk die?
I think she's dead.
You think?
Because
Like, it looks that way.
The podcast kind of ruined it because she was on there talking about it, and the people that made the program were saying that that's it, she's gone, basically. But bear in mind,
Yeah.
you're supposed to have watched that after the episode, so obviously it's not spoiling anything.
Well,
like,
yeah,
you'd be daft to watch it before, wouldn't you?
No, but still, I would have kept it a bit in the air till at least next week.
It's quite obvious, though, isn't it? I thought personally, she's not gonna. They're not gonna do it twice, are they? It seems a bit daft to go. Is she dead?
Well, they would.
Is she dead? Like, they're not gonna do that again. It just seems a bit stupid. But
all right, she's dead by all accounts then. So
I think so.
If we're going off, yeah, all right. So
it's going to be like it's going to be off the chain now, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Have you then heard the theory about how this is all going to link together? How the glue is going to all come together, as in the Spider-Man, Daredevil, Punisher being in it.
I don't know about Kingpin, but I know if Matt gets put in prison, then he's going to have to get out essentially. Because apparently there's this whole comic run where Matt's like in jail or something, and he has to like fight his way out or something. I don't know, or survive or something like that. Yeah,
I mean, Mike Coulter basically showed a picture of
Charlie
in prison scrubs. So it's gonna happen.
Yeah, that'll be cool though. To be fair,
what the theory is how the hand come into play. Wilson Fisk will do anything for Vanessa. What can the hand do? They can resurrect people. Will he risk everything, including his mayorship, to get the love of his life back? Because nothing matters apart from Vanessa to him. Really, that's what it's coming down to.
I don't know.
Would he give up everything and go to someone like the Hand?
I don't know. Maybe he just gets control of the Hand somehow. I don't know.
I don't think they'd let him. I mean, he might do, but I think the Hand just want to just be this mysterious. Like, we don't have any leaders because our leaders are. Obviously, the main leaders are dead in Defenders, but it's almost a bit like looking at another Marvel group. It's a bit like Hydra. Like, you can't really kill the Hand, but I don't think they have a leader per se anymore. I think they're almost like a shadow society.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens with the whole prison thing now, because they've kind of given the game away, haven't they, with that picture?
Yeah.
What happens to Matt at the end of this season? But we've got 3 episodes to go, and we already know the end, essentially. So, yeah, great.
I mean, I know it always happens, like, when seasons are being filmed, obviously, so they can keep spoiling them out, but apart from that, it doesn't really spoil it a lot, but it does spoil the fact that, like, Jess Jones isn't the only person coming back. And then now, as we get to the end, talking about her, I feel like they made her a big selling point, but I feel like she might only turn up, maybe, the end of the 7th episode going into the 8th. I don't think she's going to be in it that long.
It's getting a bit annoying.
Yeah, it is, but I feel like they're like... maybe that's why they're like, oh yeah, you've got the Defenders, like, almost shut up if Jess only turns up for 10 minutes.
This seems to be a very
you get the whole group.
Popular Disney trailer trait, I've noticed, because it's like when they advertise The Acolyte, and they're like, oh yeah, flipping, what's the name's in it, from Matrix, the first episode, and then she dies.
She's hot. I mean, I haven't seen it, but I know she wasn't in it for long.
I hope she shows up soon, because I'm getting a bit annoyed now. I want some Jess. I hope it's not like, oh, she shows up with the rest of the Defenders. You're like, well, you may as well use all of them to advertise. Why don't you just use her? It's a bit random. But have you heard the thing about her having a daughter as well?
Yeah.
So is that going to be with Luke Cage?
I think so. I feel like if they go with that, would be a good storyline.
That'd be quite cool, to be fair. Because then they could be super parents and protect their super child.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how strong that kid would be? They'd have like the strength of like 2 super parents and be invulnerable. It'd be like Invincible Child. Is that like a comics thing or something? Is there some kind of...
It does seem like Marvel likes to do that a lot. I mean, with Franklin, like, being able to, like, 2 wormholes to other dimensions. Then we've got... can't think what her name is now.
There's also Thor's daughter.
Yeah, it's what I mean.
Super kids. Right. Tell you what, the Young Avengers is going to be powerful. Flipping out. It'll be stronger than the normal Avengers. But yeah, madness.
I think you've heard it here first. Here's how it's going to end. It's going to end normally this season. Then in the post-credit scene, we're going to have Jess on the phone saying, "Defenders, assemble."
Maybe.
Yeah.
Post-credit scene, that's when she's in it. What? How can
Post
you
credits,
advertise it on that? Annoys so many people. I like. To be fair, I think this is the most sorry I've ever felt for Wilson Fisk. To be fair, I did find myself quite feeling sorry for him when he was all torn up about Vanessa and stuff, and like freaking out about her being ill and stuff. Quite sad.
I mean, I've always found him a very emotional character, and I've always like never really seen him as a mega villain. Yeah, he's got his tendencies, but he just likes to be in power. But now, when it comes to Vanessa, like you can see how much of a broken man he is. Maybe we're just wrong about how he doesn't become mayor. Maybe he just quits next week.
Yeah, just gives up.
Just sits there thinking with his arms like that, just like something out of a early 2000s album cover for the last 3 episodes.
Just as a mental breakdown.
Yeah, just sitting there in the gloom of his house. Look, maybe the white picture will come back into it, and he'll just be sitting staring at that for an episode.
I don't know I wonder if they're gonna do like a bait and switch and like make people think, oh yeah, it's gonna be crazy now, and then like in the next episode he's just kind of goes completely the opposite way and like goes dead reclusive, hides in his house and doesn't go out and just gives up on the world.
Next episode, he just teams up with Matt Murdock to take down Mr. Charles. He's like, I'm done with this. I'm done with this bullshit now. I'm just going to turn good. Vanessa was my life. I've rethought my life. I don't want to be mayor anymore. I'll do my dues. I'll help you take Mr. Charles, then I'll just handcuff myself and take myself to prison. And it'll all be nice and dandy, but I don't think that's how it's going to go down.
Yeah, I forgot about Mr. Charles, actually. I wonder if he'll have more of a part in the last 3 episodes.
I think the most BS theory I've heard online, and I think they're not going to do that because that's just cheesy, is the fact that if Vanessa dies, we've now said that, like you say,
pretty much
pretty much has. So last week they were theorising that, what about if he does an Into the Spider-Verse and makes, what's it? I don't think what you'd call it. Basically what the Wilson Fisk and that makes, to try and tear reality apart to try and find another Vanessa from another universe. I'm like, he ain't gonna do that. They're not gonna do something like that in a show like Daredevil. That's really cheesy.
I did think if they wanted to, I know like Daredevil is initially like ground level, but if they wanted to roll Fisk and Daredevil into the usual MCU with like things that are a bit more comic booky, they could do the whole because in all the Ultimate comics that they've done recently, you know, like they've got like Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate Wolverine, and all that kind of thing. Fisk is kind of inadvertently working for people that work for the Maker, essentially. So like he reformed the whole universe, and then there's people that work for him, and then Fisk works for them. So like I was thinking, could Mr. Charles be working for Val, who then works for people that are in cahoots
who works for Miles Teller.
Yeah, essentially. But like, are they gonna tie Fisk into stuff that's gonna happen later on? You know what I mean? Like with the rejigging of the universe and stuff. I don't know, but that was just a kind of a tinfoil hat kind of theory. But I don't know whether they'll do it. That'd be quite cool.
I mean, they might well. Don't worry. In Doomsday and Secret Wars, that like Victor will reset the universe anyway, and Vanessa will just come back and we won't even question it. But reality changed and now Vanessa's here again. Yeah.
And he has a son and stuff like that.
I think they would do that. Instead of having a time jump, they'd be like, oh yeah, Vanessa's back. And oh, by the way, in this reality, you have a son. Congrats.
Yeah. I do think they're going to...
Turns out, the wildest theory ever, it turns out your son is Mr. Charles. Time travel.
Timey-wimey. But no, that was quite funny. I'm from the future. No, I don't know. Where do you think next episode we're going to find people? Do you think? How is Bullseye think they're going to fix him up and get him to help them?
I think Bullseye needs to go into hiding. I feel like he's on dangerous sides now.
I did. Not that it'll happen, but you know, I did think that he would fit in quite well on the Thunderbolts. To be
honest, that is what the theory is.
Is it actually? Is the one?
He is an answer. Yeah, because of Val being mentioned, everybody's like, "Come on, like, he could be a new member."
She just like to pick up random like people that ain't got anything better to do and just put them in a team. So, but like,
And the people that spend literally 24 hours a day on the internet were like, oh, Wilson Bennett liked to post about Thunderbolts. He's definitely going to be one of the Thunderbolts. I'm like, and then you look at his Instagram and you think he's liking everything to do with Marvel. That's just called playing the field and liking Marvel content.
But yeah, I do think he would fit in. Cause,
he's not a bad guy when it comes down to it. He's just a bit of a tit.
Questionable. He's a bit of a Looney Tune, isn't he? But I think he'd be a good addition to the team. He's got awesome skills.
Well, as I said in episode 1 of our reviews for this series, it's the same as Matt. Not murdering people, he just makes morally questionable actions that could lead to their death. I think his morals are questionable, but aren't most people's in this universe?
True.
In this street level crime level.
I like that they showed Matt's like conflict in potentially leaving Bullseye there. I was like, I tried, and then he ran up, and then was like, oh, what would Foggy do? That's quite funny.
To be honest, like, I don't know if it was supposed to be that. I just started chuckling. It's just how he just shrugs and goes, well, I tried, and just walks out. I thought,
that's not Matt Murdock. He's that.
What is going on here? Because I was thinking for the whole episode he's trying to keep him alive, and then literally the anti-vigilante task force turned up and he's like, yeah,
I'm out.
I can't say it was both. I'm out, bye.
That was random. Yeah, I did enjoy the episode overall, to be fair. It was good. But like you say, I think last episode was better, but this was kind of necessary, I think, essentially, because it moved a lot of the characters forward, which was interesting. Obviously, Kingpin in a big way, but yeah.
Don't forget that the anti-vigilante task force don't know how to properly surround a building. We'll go through the front door. They definitely won't come out the back. They'll be stuck in there.
There's only one entrance to a church, right, guys? Huh?
Just sees the pile of blood. God damn it! They moved.
They went out the window. Damn it. The most inept group of anti-vigilante people ever.
Yeah.
Like the bloody stormtroopers, aren't they? Yeah, can't do nout. These guys. I'm sure they'll all get massacred by the end of this year.
I can't think what his name is, but it's the guy who literally has half a burnt face and is like, oh yeah, I want to rejoin. I'm thinking, why? Just go move to the Bahamas or something.
I still wonder whether he's still wonder whether he's like a plant by, I don't know, like Daredevil or something. Like he's kind of a double agent, maybe, possibly. I don't know. Why. He's not done anything yet, but
no. But that would be better.
Yeah.
I haven't seen. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't seen him actually do any damage to anybody. So yeah, he could be a double agent. It could be that. That's why, like I say, he's been burnt and he's coming back. But that might be it. He might be thinking, this isn't the life for me, and gone to Matt or someone. Or even if he's gone to... Oh, I can't think what her name is now. His lawyer friend.
Oh, Kirsten?
Yeah, and trying to get inside into like, all the criminal activities that the Anti-Vigilante Task Force are doing to build a case on him.
Speculation, but potential.
And then we'll get to the end of episode 8 and he'll be dead, and then we'll just both be like, oh well, a theory's a theory.
So what do you think's more likely to happen to Fisk then? Do you think he's going to go batshit crazy?
I think he will go batshit, and I feel like that will be his downfall.
Do you think he'll kill Bullseye?
I don't know who he's going to kill. I have a feeling he's going to kill someone, and then that's going to be the thing. Or go full on. I mean, obviously there's already people that call him Mayor Kingpin, but go back from being Mayor Fisk to Kingpin again. And people are going to realise, yeah, this isn't the person we want running our street.
He'll just go back to straight being crime boss again.
I don't think he'll try and hide it, like with the police commissioner crushing his skull. I think he will legit start murdering people in the street.
Just breaking necks.
Get out of my way! Smashing people's heads.
Just like punching through people's faces. Yeah, I don't know. But,
and then someone just turns up in episode 8 before he goes to prison and go, eat your Snickers, you're not yourself when you're hungry. Just snapping people's neck.
I tell you what, I don't want pineapple juice anymore.
Or there could be the other side where he just sits, like, where we have like 5 minutes slow shot of him, just like fixed angle of him just drinking pineapple juice, crying.
Crying. Crying into his pineapple juice. Vanessa.
And then just for the laughs at the end, he finishes the whole glass, turns to the camera and just goes, I don't even like pineapple juice.
I don't like it. That'd be hilarious, but I don't know.
No, I don't think he'll be snapping necks in the streets, but all seriousness. But no, I think he will do stuff and not even care about it anymore. I don't think he'll try and hide it anymore. I think he'll just go back to being Kingpin.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where the character can go. Time will tell.
It will.
Anyway, that has been. Well, I haven't even asked you if there's anything you didn't like. Is there anything you didn't like?
No, not really.
Yeah, pretty solid episode.
Like I say, yeah, like I said to you before, like I think I preferred last week's episode, but I think this would be my second favourite of the series so far.
It's not enough Jessica Jones. That's it. Yeah. Still waiting. Come on, Marvel. Put your finger out. Yeah. That has been our Daredevil Born Again Season 2, Episode 5. And let us know in the comments what you thought of it. Do you think that they're faking out Vanessa again and she's going to be a double fake out? Is she dead? Do you think Fisk is going to go batshit crazy? Or do you think he's going to be fall into depression and be rocking in his room for 3 episodes? What do you think? Let us know. I'm going to go and throw this cat out the window because he's been bugging me the whole review. But yeah, please like and subscribe to the Midland Earth channel, and we will see you next week with our episode 6 review of Daredevil Born Again. Please join us. See you soon.
Ciao.
Bye bye.